Hi, this video is a TikTok live. Doing two at once. This is weird. But and if you hear me talking in this video, I'm talking to those live on TikTok right now. And if you want to be live on TikTok, you can come on every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put that information down in the description box below. I figured out I have Neptune, the delusion, and Lilith in the 7th house in Sagittarius. Dangerous. Oh, wow. Yeah. But that's also really cool. That's really cool. To have Neptune and Lilith together, that means that you have the capacity to really read somebody very well. Oh, like see right through someone. Because Lilith represents the dark side of the moon. And Neptune is like the unseen world. So you would be able to, you have the capacity to see right through people. Like right through them. Whoa. And then also, where is that in the 12th? Oh, you said it's in your 7th house. So that is, in terms of your relationships, like you could be a real good detector at detecting bullshit. Or real love, like true love. But then at the same time, you could be delusional when it comes to that. I understand. Where's my Lilith? My Lilith is in Pisces. All right, so this reading is a collective reading. Talking to the other camera. Oh. Yes, I see. This reading is a collective reading. And again, I'm on live right here. That's what you're seeing over there. Okay, so let's get into the vibe. I've been feeling very connected to this tarot deck. The box is tattered AF. I got it from a bookstore many, many years ago. That's what it looks like. Mashed up. But I've been feeling very connected to this box. Oh, 2. Jeez. Oh, okay. So this is like an appetizer. It feels like the waiter just came and said, oh, we have some free food. Like, do you guys want something, like some free food? And it's like, okay. And this is what we get. We got the 6 of Cups. Cool. That's great and cute. And, the Devil. The 6 of Cups and the Devil. Ew. The vibe. Lilith is the dark side of the moon. How it will be pictured, how you would see it. Because I'm certain, sorry, YouTube video. There's a lot going on YouTube video. What it would look like, not all birth charts would show you Lilith. But for example, on this one, Lilith would look like, Lilith is the dark moon. So you have this moon, which is, you have this moon, which is your regular moon, and then that is Lilith. Okay, so people are answering. Okay, thank you. Yay. Thank you. I know, with you Taurus, it's like, why am I doing so much? I don't need to do this. I could just continue what I was doing. Okay, anyway. So we have the 6 of Cups here. And we have the Devil. So immediately what I'm feeling, oh my gosh, is, like this feels like an extremely toxic habit. This feels like an extremely toxic habit. And this habit can be formed. So what I'm feeling is the missing and romanticizing, okay? It's like this nostalgic feeling towards a toxic habit. That's what I feel. Towards a toxic habit. And the reason why it feels so terrible is because of the Six of Cups. Because of this. Like, this opens the door. It feels like, oh, this like warm, fuzzy feeling. And then it's like this energy comes like running in. How I see it is like, I'm a person that knocks on your door. I'm seeing this as like a scam that is happening. Where people, it's not necessarily a scam, but it's really dangerous. Where they'll have like a woman come to your door and knock on your door. And then like you look through the people, you see that it's a woman, and it's like, what? People are more trusting of women in a general sense, because women are looked at as like weaker, inferior, like things that like people that would need help. And it's a woman. The scam is like a woman that looks like she's in distress. And then what happens is the person opens the door, and then in rushes like these people that come and invade their home and do a home invasion. That's what this shit feels like. That's what this feels like. This is the woman, and this is the invaders. This is the woman, that's the invaders. At the bottom of the deck, we have the... It just gets more and more stressful. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. And then beneath that, we have the Ten of Swords. And beneath that, we have the Nine of Swords. So if this is a relationship, for those that are watching this, and this is resonating, if this is a relationship, this I feel in two ways. One, you're blaming yourself. Or two, you're recognizing that you needed to experience this to grow. And that may seem like those are the only two options in life. But those are the two options that I'm receiving very heavily with this Page of Cups. But you know what I'm getting more? I'm getting more blame. I'm getting more the results of a person that was gaslit to think that they were crazy, or to think that they were incorrect, or whatever the case is. That's what I'm receiving more. This doesn't feel good at all. This does not feel good at all. It's making my skin like quiver in all these different areas. Like slowly going up my back, up my spine. And how I'm imagining it is like when Mystique from the X-Men, when she changes, like how her body looks when she changes, like it just like that's what this feels like. Because what I can feel with this energy is there's this effort. The reason why it's in the past is there was an effort made to put that back, like to put this in the past. There was an effort made to move this into the past. But it's being kiboshed by a very deep toxic trait. I mean, a very deep toxic habit. It's like, do I want to explore this? Because this is not the reading. This just came out. Let's explore it. Let's explore this. And it's funny because we keep talking about codependent energy, and it's like here, it's there. It is there with the devil. I want to understand why. I want to understand the Six of Cups more. First and foremost. Let's understand the Six of Cups. Yeah. Let's understand the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups come, like, it just came out like that. Very effortless. With the way that it comes out, with the way that those cards just fell out too, like the energy that I just got was like, I don't like how this is making me feel. I don't like how this is making me feel. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's someone in this live that doesn't have a very strong view about themselves. Someone doesn't really view themselves very highly. I get such a low vibe. It doesn't feel good. The vitality feels so low. It feels like almost like whatever. Like here, this is what I have. Like the lowest of energy. That's what I'm feeling. Similar to how I was feeling when I was feeling drained a few weeks ago. That's what I'm feeling, like someone that's exhausted mentally, like mentally exhausted. They can't even think for themselves properly anymore. Yeah. It's nauseating. And I mean it literally. I'm not judging. I mean it literally. It's making me very sad. So the Six of Cups came out with this energy. We got the King of Swords, and then we got the Three of Wands. Got the King of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. And what I feel is initially, if you so this person had like a very bright, like it was very bright. I feel that the energy that whomever is resonating with this was in a very bright place. They were in a very bright place. This is at the start of this connection, like before the connection manifested. And this is them like getting out of it. Like why the connection is in the past. That's this. This is showing they want more for themselves. They were able to make the decision to expand. This is also giving me like a social, like a group social vibe. So I'm getting that this, I'm getting the energy of, it's not so much caring about what other people think, but more about recognizing that they can impact other people. So there was this, I feel this energy of being motivated by the group. Being motivated by the group is what I'm getting with this. Like, yeah, like telling friends, like, you know, I stopped talking to this person and feeling good about that. Like feeling good. It's almost like accountability is what I want to say. It's almost like accountability. And with the Three of Wands, I'm getting the energy of seeing beyond. So not only are you taking accountability for yourself, you're feeling motivated for yourself in this moment. There's like awareness of beyond. There's a sense of direction. There's a sense of direction. And what I feel is that when this person gets into this state of existence, they experience things that are meant to test them. Or let me not say it like that. That could be seen as a test. But what it's showing up as it looks like a sign to this person. It looks like a sign to them. So while they're in this lovely state of expansion and growth, right? They get, like they may see their fucking ex, okay? They may see, oh gosh, I cussed. They may see their ex or some person that treated them, I don't want to say that treated them poorly, but that didn't treat themselves well. And as a result, those that was in their environment was treated in the same way they treated themselves. So they treated everybody the way that they felt about themselves. And if it wasn't good, then everybody gets treated that same way. That's what I'm feeling. So this person, and this could be in the form of like a job. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but here in the realm of a relationship, it really does look like that, or a toxic habit, because I'm feeling a toxic habit. Anytime that life is moving well for you, now you have the habit to do some shit. You know what? Here's an example. Smoking, cigarettes, okay? No shade, no hate. Smoking cigarettes. Things are going great. You stop smoking. You have direction. You have accountability from others. You're like, things are moving in a great direction. And then your reward system, the way that you reward yourself, however, is with that same toxic behavior that you're working to get away from. So it's like, even though you're doing all of this to be better, and to be more aligned with what you want, when you feel like you're doing a good job, your reward system brings back that thing that you want to get away from, because that's how you once rewarded yourself. Does that make sense? So in the realm of a relationship, it's like this person wants better for themselves. They're imagining, or they want more for themselves, or they want something that's more in alignment with who they are now. And what that is a person that's more caring, whatever the case is. And as much as that is true, how they reward themselves for wanting that is by having or craving what they once had, because that was how they rewarded themselves back then. That's what I'm feeling. Now with this, the reason why this is making me feel very uncomfortable is because we can all see that there's a fish in the cup. But what I'm getting is like heavy delusion. Like what I'm getting is like a disconnection from reality. That's what I'm getting. And this is why this feels so scary. This is why this feels so scary. Because this person is getting to their end. Like they're getting to their limit. It's like they're getting to their limit. They're getting to their limit. This is like where they once were. And I wouldn't be surprised if this energy was all together. If this energy was all together. This is where they once were. But now, that triggeration that we were talking about earlier, yeah, they're getting to their limit. Insanity. That's what this represents today. This feels like okay, no, not insanity, repeating the same thing over and over, although there's notes of that. This feels like straight delusion. Like no awareness of reality. That's what this feels like. Constant maladaptive dreaming. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that could be. This feels like the detachment of reality. That's what this feels like. And what's unfortunate is what's happening is real, but they have convinced themselves that it's not. So their reality is actually happening, but they've convinced themselves that it's not. And they're constantly reminding themselves that it's not, even though it's happening before their eyes. So they're convincing themselves that they're insane, that they're deluded. They're convincing themselves of that reality. And I think it's because deep down, they know that this is not good for them. They know that this, oh my gosh, I'm not even pointing it at this camera. So this, they are convincing themselves, this person here is convincing themselves that their reality is not real, even though it is. And it's because deep down, they know that this is not good. But because it keeps popping up every time I want to do well, this must be a sign that I should take it, right? It must be a sign. This must be a sign. No. Let's see the devil. That was just the Six of Cups. Let's see the devil. Let's see the devil. Let's see the devil. Okay. So the bottom of the deck for the devil, we have the higher, I'm getting, the nausea is like increasing. The Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. And what's so funny, so these are at the two bottom of the decks, right? And beneath them, we have the 110 and then another 10. So interesting. Very interesting. I wonder what this looks like on camera over there. Very interesting. We have two 10s at the bottom of the card, at the top, like at the bottom of the deck. Very fascinating. We got Judgment for the devil. And we got the 4 of Cups for the devil. This is something that it's time. It's time to let this go. That's what this is saying. It's time to let this go. It's not here because it's because like you deserve it. It's not here because you deserve it. It's not here because it's a sign that you deserve this. It's there because you need to let it go. You need to end it. It feels like such a heavy romanticizing. But the reason why you could get into such a loving state was because of what was being done at the time. The energy that you were in. The reason why you could get into such a loving state was because of the energy that you were in. It's not because of the person. It's because the atmosphere that you were in allowed you to feel that good about yourself, to feel good, and then for it to get confused with this energy. But the reason why you felt good wasn't because of this. It was not because of this. It was because of the vibe that you were in. The reason why this reoccurring habit or person, but the person is a habit. The reason why this reoccurring habit keeps resurfacing is because it needs to let go. It needs to be let go of. And every time it comes back, you take it, or whoever I'm resonating with, you take it as opposed to let it go. Life paths are dividing. I've been the battle of it for half a year. Yes, it's time to let it go. At the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant with the 10 of Pentacles beneath it. Oh, and it gets even better. With the 6, and then talk about it. Guess what? That same Page of Cups. All beneath the Hierophant. Like, I feel with this Hierophant card is you connecting. Okay, so first I got connecting with your spirituality. That's what I got with first. That's what I got first. I also received commitment, because the Hierophant does represent commitment. This is the Taurus card. It does represent commitment, and it's detaching, like it's understanding the environment that a commitment was made and recognizing how the environment dictates the conditions of the commitment. If you're in a coercion, if you've been coerced, that binding commitment is null and void. So I feel that a lot of people feel like they have to, and they're not looking at the fact that when they felt they had to, they were under a state of duress, and therefore the contract is not, it's not in existence. That's the contract is over if you are not coming from a conscious and participating place. If you feel forced, if you feel like coerced, if you feel like you're in duress and you have to do this, then the contract is not existent. The contract is not existent. And the reason why this feels significant is because this can be turned into a level where there's more awareness. Like there's this person versus this person. It's two different experiences of the same cup. This one is participating more with its emotions, with its environment, whereas this one is not. Does that make sense? There's like a significant difference. This one is not participating. It's not even looking at the fish in the cup, whereas this one is, and the fish is coming out of the cup. The fish is coming out of the cup. And this fish in the cup represents your emotions. There's a connection with your emotions here. There's a disconnection with your emotions here. And this is why it's very easy to be told that your reality is not what it is. So that was the appetizer. And that felt like a message that needed to come out. Let's get to the reading. Let's get to the reading. So for whoever that resonated with, I'm really, I empathize for that feeling. It's not, that felt awful, but it's good to know that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, but there's a very clear light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a sign. It's not a sign for you to take them back or for you to experience that again. It's not a sign. It's for you to let it go. And it's a sign that you haven't let it go. That's what it is. And how you will know that you let it go is when it's in your rear view. You just walk away from it. Nope, bye. Oh, that's very, you can do it. Yes, we can. All right, this reading is for the collective. What needs to be known? The reason I smiled is because the cards are face down. This reading is for the collective. What needs to be known? Feels like a secret. This reading is for the collective. What needs to be known? Okay. This reading is for the collective. What needs to be known? Readings for the collective. One more. What needs to be known? This comes back out. Okay. Okay. So we got the King of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. We got the Ace of Wands. And we got the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles. We got Judgment. We got the Tower. And we got Death. And we got the Lovers. This is my kind of reading. Oh, wow. So there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on to the point where I kind of want to take these out. There is a lot going on here. Whoa. 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 A lot of growth. Okay. Let's take a look. So we got the king. Actually, I need to turn this so that I can see it. I'm like facing it to the camera that is facing. No. So I can see it. Okay. Right, Witchy Taurus? There's so much going on. Okay. So overall, what I'm getting is slow and steady wins the race. Okay? That's just that. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so I'm getting a departure from caring about three-dimensional matters and recognition to addressing your, okay, so collectively speaking, what I'm getting, and I keep getting these messages in these readings, is like this movement away from consumerism into feeling our feelings, into accepting our feelings, into getting to a space of fulfillment. Because this feels like the progression of fulfillment. From the King of Pentacles, who's not fulfilled at all, but he is affluent. He's not fulfilled at all. Then we have the Nine of Cups, which is they call it wish fulfillment. But I don't feel that ever. I rarely feel that when I see this card. I rarely feel that. This feels like just escape. Like, it feels like escape. We didn't get the Three of Cups. I mean, the Three of Swords. We got the Lovers. Yes, exactly. There's been a revelation. So this does not feel, I don't get a good, like, because he's smiling, it's like, yeah, sure, great. But I don't get wish fulfillment. I get a person that's not aware of what they really want. And they think what they have is great, but it's not. It's not for their best interest. And in fact, these things are gonna lead to, it could possibly lead to like feelings of depression. But I understand, because he's a heavier set person, like he's able to afford, like he's able to live the trap, like he's able to sustain himself. And I feel, again, we're moving away from this. So I'm getting, okay. Collectively, we're moving from a space of quantity to a place of quality. It's like, this is on one end. Then we got this. This, then this. Then we got this. And then we got this. This one cup. It's like such a departure. Less is more. But more specifically. So let's get into this. I feel a lot of us want to get to the state where we are at... Okay, so a lot of us will look at other people who have accumulated their wealth over a set amount of years. And when we see them, we don't see the years that they put into what it is that they have manifested. And we see it as the end result. And there's this assumption that it just happened overnight, because there's no recognition of how long things take. First and foremost, the fact that it's like an ordained experience when you're living in your purpose, it's something that was meant to happen. How long things take, it was meant to happen. Like the trials and tribulations that went into respecting or honoring or like just taking accountability or following the path that will later lead to a success. And like I want to say the loss, like the endings, the loss that takes place with this. They're not feeling all of these cards. They're just looking at the King of Pentacles and going like, I wish I had what he had. Not understanding what it took to get here, first and foremost. Not understanding that. And the Lovers here feels like a sense of integration, because it's the Lovers, then death. It's the Lovers, then death, then judgment. No, it's the Lovers, then death, then the Tower, then judgment, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So there's no awareness of the back end work, of all what these people, what the people that we observe had to sacrifice or go through in order to manifest what it is that they have manifested on just first and foremost. But also, there's the assumption that their goals are the same as yours. And this is why the 9 of Cups feels so bad. Because this feels like a dream that not everybody wants. Not everybody wants to just do nothing. This is not even doing what you want. This is to do nothing. Not everybody has the goal of sitting on their bum. I'm just describing him. I'm not saying this is bad. Not everybody has the goal to live life like a constant vacation. And a vacation like an all-inclusive resort. Not everybody has that goal. So if you were to like look at this person and just take their life for yours, you will find yourself in a purgatory. Kativa said that last week. You'll find yourself in like a purgatory because you'll come to realize that this is not the reality that you want, but yet you put yourself in a position to accomplish that reality because from afar it looks so great. Ultimately, as I said with the earlier reading, like in the very, very beginning, direction, understanding your direction. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to experience a Jupiter transit on the 28th of December, where Jupiter is going to move from Aquarius to Pisces. And understanding your direction will help you accumulate whatever it is that you're building. It will help you. It's going to be your foundation. Your direction is your foundation. And as you understand that and you build upon it, you're going to be preparing on top of that, preparing that. So that when the opportunity meets you, you're able to take it because of the preparation. But what's necessary is your direction. And what feels like the hindrance of this direction is not even so much about what other people are going to think. When I was saying that earlier, who cares about what other people think? It's not even so much that. It's about who you're watching. What you're like observing to be successful. Instead of using the eyes to measure, we're being asked collectively to use our hearts as the measure, and specifically our inner child. Like what did you want to do? Like, what do you really want? Like, what do you really want? Like, what did you want when you were you, for real? When you were actively, consciously, really you, and not afraid to be you. Like, what did you really want? What did you really want? That feels like the question. What did you really want? Because these two experiences are very different. They're very different. This would manifest into the King of Cups, a creative person that is a businessman, yes, but the business is more of a small business versus, like, I mean, okay, so when I say small business, I don't mean small. It's going to be an independently ran business, like you're running the whole show, versus like a CEO, Fortune 500 owner, like the CEO of Fortune 500. Where now, like, you're not hands-on anymore. You're sitting on your throne. You're sitting on your throne. And you are just reaping the benefits, but not putting in any work anymore to receive from it. So in other words, are you looking for fulfillment or are you looking for money? That's basically what this comes down to. Are you looking for money or are you looking for fulfillment? The root is different. The root's not the same. R-O-U-T-E, the route. The root, the way to get it is not the same. The way to get it is not the same. They both require patience. And of course, you can get money while being fulfilled. I'm not trying to say that they're not the same. You can experience both. You definitely can. But if money as it is the motivation, I don't think this is going to be possible. I don't think that this, to me, right now is representing sustainability. I don't think this is going to be possible if money is the motivation only. It's going to backfire. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling if you're chasing money, it's going to backfire. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you didn't get what you wanted. And this is going to look, this could look so appealing. And I guess to those that are fulfilling, those that want fulfillment, they're going to see they may feel the feeling that I'm feeling. It's not attractive. This feels cold and empty. And then this just feels gluttonous and indulgent. Escaping. That's what it feels like, a big escape. Because you have nothing to live for. You're no longer working anymore. You have all the things that you could possibly need. What's the point? I'm just going to eat my life away. Drink my life away. Pleasure my life away. If you pleasure yourself too much in a certain way, you lose sensation to that pleasure. Exactly. So this card here represents two different things. One, it represents, because of all that's beneath it, this card here represents two things. Because all that's beneath it, it shows the path to how people get to where they are. It shows the path to how they get to where they are. Absolutely. But it also reveals the patience that's required, or the patience, or the sustainable movement, like the incremental change. That's it. It's the incremental change that creates sustainability for the long term. You can have both if you're doing it for the right reasons. Exactly. Because money will come. Money will come if you're doing what's right for you. Like, this is like the path that is beneath this person. It's like, this was meant to be. It's in the wrong order. This was meant to be. This was meant to be. This was meant to be. But again, connecting with the why is what this reading feels like. It's like, why? And what I see, so, okay, let me not make this so confusing, because I feel like maybe it is. Connecting with the why is what this reading feels like. The foundation for whomever is relating to this is ordained. It feels like it's meant to be. The why behind it is what's important. Is this your why? Or is getting to know yourself, is fulfilling your childhood dream, or is fulfillment your why? Is this your why, or is this your why? This is the fulfillment. For those that are chasing this, it's going to be empty. It's not going to be fulfilling, and it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be sustainable. Having the direction, again, that why, understanding what your direction is going to make all of the difference. It's going to make all the difference. It's going to make all the difference. Because it shows the options that you have, is what I'm seeing right now. You can be a king on your throne, or you can be a person that's like innocent at heart and always curious and learning and like excited about life with the Page of Cups. The king has like a weathered vibe to him. He's established, yes, but he's done learning. Like, it's over. He's mastered everything. Or you can be a constant student. And while the establishment of the king is attractive and it's something that, yes, we will all get to some form of establishment, what is weathered about the king, or what makes him unattractive, or what makes this not feel that great, is the fact that he's done in his head. Like, there's no more. He's accomplished it all. He can't grow anymore. Okay? Like, that's a slow death. Whereas with the page is still curious. We have no idea what the page has manifested for itself, but we just know that it's still curious. It's still excited and innocent and open to life. Yeah, that's the major difference. So, in a nutshell, to bring this to a close, collectively we are being asked to observe what it is that we want and why we want it. Like, really understand our why. If we're looking at other people, we need to account for the years that that person has got, like the years that that person has worked at whatever it is that they have accomplished to get to where they are at. But if you're not attracted to the work that they put into it and more of the result, then you're attracted to the money of the thing, like to the tangible three-dimensional aspect of it all. And that's not sustainable. Because in order to continue without resentment, in order to continue without burnout, in order to continue with a happy heart, you have to do what you love. And this is, again, that lovers, that integration. You have to do what you love. And this is the basis of it. Because when we get beyond the lovers to the before the lovers, we have the 5 of Cups. It's like getting to that place where we recognize that we're not noticing these 2 cups. Like getting to a place where we are, it's like such a sad place. It's like such a sad space of despair, feeling like it's over, whatever it is, it's over. And in that place, falling in love with yourself. In that place, like recognizing yourself. These 2 aspects, these 2 sides of yourself, the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. That being the catalyst for all this change that leads to this incremental, dependable, reliable growth that happens. I'm imagining like dividends, like constant dividends, like just constant. Maybe it's not $1 million all at once, but it's like, let's say like 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, like reliable dividends that just keep coming all the time. Just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Why? Because you love what you do. Because you love what you do. So asking this question one last time, and I guess this is how we're going to close it. Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces on December 28th. Now is the time as we prepare for that transit, because we can prepare ourselves for the experience of whatever is going to happen. And we may not know the exact happening, but opening ourselves to the idea of it. Opening ourselves to our preparation, meeting opportunity, and experiencing our version of this. It doesn't have to be him. It doesn't have to be this cold, like tired king. But our version of success is what he represents here. Our version of success. Now is our time to evaluate what that would look like, what that would mean, what we would have to start preparing so that we can get to that space. Or when that time comes, we're ready for it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The connection today, oh my. You think it's like raining over here. It's like totally not raining. The sun is shining. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I'm glad that makes sense. So I am going to leave this here. What time is it? Wow. It is 2:30 or 2:29. I'm going to leave this here. Today we spoke about, it's like why I wrote it down. I wrote it down. So today we talked about, before we talked about character, today we talked about our character. Okay, I guess maybe that was the beginning. We talked about our character. We talked about the fact that, the universe. We talked about the universe. Let me write this down. We talked about the universe. And let me just conclude this video. That's the end of this tarot reading. I will get better at this experience. Let me stop it. I'll get better at this, I promise. This was just the first time.